not sure. I think it stayed with me for a few years, to be honest. It was, yeah, so probably a long time.
What was the hardest part to learn? Can you talk about that time a little bit, that afternoon?
Well, the whole point of me coming back was not to necessarily focus on what happened 13 years ago. And it was more or less to focus on how I felt and if it was the right opportunity for me to come back now and for me to be at this tournament. So I think I kind of let that go.
Serena, are you impressed with how much the tennis gardens have changed in the past couple of years? I mean, it's really remarkable tournament now, just set new attendance records last year and looking to do so this year too.
Yeah, I can't say I remember what it looked like before. Really, I think when I was here, it kind of just this facility just went up maybe 2 years. But I hear a lot about it all the time, about every year how it grows and it grows, and it's such a good event for tennis.
Did some of those rumors about its growth kind of help you make this decision?
No, I think the decision was definitely self-made and an eternal decision for me.
Serena, what made this the right opportunity for you to come back now?
Well, it was just a really good opportunity for me. I just felt like it was time. There's not one thing that says I should come back. I should come back in 2015. I didn't even know I'd be playing in this year. Um, but it was more or less just timing. I just kind of felt it. I just felt like everything was a right time for me to just come back and try to do the best that I could here again.
Serena, you are so awesome. I mean, you have been so much to so many of us. And when I look at it, years ago, you always followed Venus, but you had taken the leading role in forgiveness. Can you talk a little bit about that, how important that is in your life to learn how to forgive and move on?
Well, like I wrote about, I said I was taught when I was young um, to always forgive and to always, try to look at the bigger picture, so to say. So, with that being said, I think it's been a good opportunity not only for me to be here, but also like I was able to raise awareness and for charities like EJI and the Equal Justice Initiative, and just pointing out different things that you can be better, you can overcome things even though they might not be the best of situations. It depends on how you look at it and how you can overcome them.
Serena, there were mistakes made on both sides in 2001. I was wondering, do you feel like you have anything to apologize for?
Like I said, I am not here to focus on what happened in 2001. I can say that I was a teenager, so, and I have a tremendous amount of integrity from the day I stepped on the court professionally until today. So, yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
Your father is an incredible man. Many people feel what he's done with you and Venus is one of the greatest accomplishments in all of sports. Still, there are voices even to this day. As a tennis reporter, I have to ask: do you, in any way, people are still saying that match was arranged? What would you say to them at this point, Serena?
Well, I think I just addressed that. I have had nothing but integrity for my whole career. Even in doubles, if Venus touches the ball or I touch the ball, we say that's not our point. I mean, we clearly are, really incredible athletes, and our whole career we've focused on that. So, to be honest, I think everyone knows that, that's not necessarily a true statement, but I guess you do have to ask those questions.
And you learn more. You said that you've learned more about the meaning of forgiveness. Could you reflect on that? What did you mean by that, Serena?
Well, in order to forgive, you have to be able to really let go of everything. And, I kind of let go a long time ago and I kind of forgave, but I still wasn't at a point where I was ready to come back to Indian Wells. And I think I was a little nervous as well. I went through something that wasn't the best thing for me. And, so trying to get over those nerves of coming back and how will I feel and what is it going to be like? Will I have to experience that? I think when you do forgive and when you do try to let go, you have to let a lot of those emotions go as well.
Serena, you talked about nerves just now, and you've said in the past that you're nervous going into matches normally. Do you think there'll be added nerves when you walk out for the first match tomorrow night?
Um, I think there will be added nerves. I would really not be telling the truth if I said that there wasn't. And, to be honest, I was a little nervous to come out here. In the beginning, I was like, what was I thinking? But I kind of had to overcome that hurdle. I spent a day extra in LA. I was like, I'm just not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. But I kind of just had to just overcome that. And then once I got here, everything has been really amazing. Everything has been really great. So I'm looking forward actually to kind of stepping out on center court and letting the whole world know that it doesn't matter what you face, whether it's something that wasn't right, something that hurt you, hurt your family, you can just come out and be strong and say, I'm still going to be here, I'm still going to survive, and I'm still going to be the best person that I can be.
You've spoken in the past about what an influence Nelson Mandela's autobiography had on
Yes.
you. I wonder if reading that book, and it was written very much in the spirit of forgiveness, had a bearing on your decision to return here.
Yes, absolutely. And interestingly enough, I read the book a year ago, and then I saw the movie. I think it came out 2 years ago, and so I read the book 2 years ago then too. So yeah, that hit me hard because I met Mr. Mandela a couple of times, and we had some interesting conversations. And I just really thought that he made such an impact on my life and the things that I do with charity, as well as have an opportunity to meet him. I thought, it just, in reading his story, it really hit me in an interesting way.
Serena, did you think you'd always come back? Was something in the back of your mind that you would come back someday, or were you at peace with the idea that you never play here again?
I can't say that I thought I would come back. I didn't think I would come back, to be honest. I felt like I did what I needed to do. I finished my career in terms of being here at this particular tournament. But at the same time, I actually never thought I would come back.
Some of the praise for your return might also be interpreted otherwise as these that don't apply to Venus for not coming back, not forgiving. How do you think people should react to her decision to stay away?
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a decision for her to stay away, but I feel if she didn't support me, I wouldn't be here. If she said, Serena, I don't think this is good, I don't think you should go, then there's no chance I would be here right now. But she 100% supports me and is very happy that I'm here, and even encouraged me to come. So I think that kind of covers that.
Take us
What
back.
would you like to tell your parents that you were coming back?
Pardon?
What was it like to tell your parents that you had decided after all this time to come back?
Yeah, I told my mom, and I was a little nervous about what she would say, and she said she just listened to my whole story, and I kind of told her about what I was writing and how I felt about it and what she thought about it. And this is in the beginning of the whole process, long before anyone else knew. And when I was done with my whole story, she said, I'll be there for you. Whatever you need, I'm going to be there to support you. And I was a little shocked. I don't know why, because she's always been really supportive, but for whatever reason I still was. But it was a wonderful feeling. And with my dad, I was a little nervous for him as well. And I wrote about that because he's been through some things when he was growing up as well as a young man. When I was done telling him, I was really, it was really emotional time for me when I was talking to him. And I was like, I think I should go back, but I'm not going to go back if you don't want me to. The last thing I want to do is, do something that I don't think is right for all of us. And he said it would be a big mistake if I didn't go back. And I thought that was really admirable.
And take us back to your thought process when you finally decided to come here. When did that occur in your own mind, and what was the setting?
Well, it was an interesting thought process. I went through a lot. I talked to a lot of people on my team. I talked to my family, and I even called up the Indian Wells team here with Larry Ellison and Simon and everyone. And so we kind of all got on the phone, and we were like, I'm thinking about coming back. It's no pressure. I'm not certain yet, but let's see. What is the thought process there? What will the crowd be, kind of opening? So how will that go?
Serena, how are you preparing?
All the players told us that we were very happy with your comeback. What is your expectation from the audience?
Well, we traveled, the players, and we all travel together for the whole year, so it's kind of like a big group that's always together. So I think it's just a good opportunity for everyone and everyone in tennis just to be supportive. And I think it's been really great from the players. They're always super supportive, so I think it's really wonderful.
Serena, when you became your number 2001, you win the final, were you happy at all?
No, not at all. Not too much, but that was that. Did I? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't really watch that match actually. It's not a fun match to watch. So, but I don't remember being having any emotions of happiness.
How did you manage to actually win visually upset when they won the final?
I don't. I remember sitting down and praying, and that's when I just prayed. And think I was losing actually in the first set, and I said, I don't want to win this match. I just want to get through this this moment. And I don't know what happened. I just won after that. So it was really just a moment of just praying and just trying to get through the match, not win the match, just get through the match and get off the court, pretty much.
Serena, with all of your accomplishments, how important is it to you still that you're accepted by everyone?
Well, I think for everyone's accomplishments, you always are going to have fans, and you're always going to have people that, well, for lack of a better word, aren't as big of a fan. But but I think it's really important to accept you for who you are yourself, because not everyone's going to accept you. And I think if you do go through your life wanting everyone to accept you, it can that can cause a whole nother set of issues.
Serena, now that you decided to come back, how are you preparing for this particular tournament? Anything different? Obviously, things are different, but how are you yourself preparing differently for this?
I'm not, well, I'm trying to be as fit as I can be because on the heels of this, I have Miami, and I haven't done a doubleheader in a really long time. So just working on my fitness a little bit. So we'll see. I'm not putting any pressure on me in this tournament at all. I haven't really played since Australia, so I'm just going to come in here. I'm coming in here just getting through it.
How was the practice session? How did you feel?
I felt good. I served a lot, and so just kind of hoping my serve comes through. I hit a few of them out, so I kept going. You know, I just felt like I got to do the work here. Got to do the work.
Serena, it looked like you were in distress in practice this morning.
No, not at all. I did see that picture, and I agree. I did look in distress. And I just don't remember that moment. I'm like, wow, why do I look so stressed out? But, yeah.
Serena, this comeback would be a big story regardless, but the fact that you're still so dominant so many years later really makes it impactful. Can you just speak about your longevity in the sport and how you think you've accomplished that?
Yeah, my longevity is very difficult to speak about. I don't know how it happened. I just know that as the years grown, I really have had a wonderful appreciation of the sport, and I've really enjoyed being out there, or just even the other day I was working out and I thought, wow, this is so much fun. So I just feel like my appreciation for tennis and everything that it takes to do everything is just changed throughout the years, and the motivation is always there.
Serena, how do you feel as a...
Yes, well, it wasn't an easy decision. Sash wanted to. He said he wanted to be more of a coach, and so he decided to do that. But I'm not sure if he did that.
Would you mind talking about the charity playing for EJI, and how much was coming back here trying to spread that message, and also, you know, a lot of things happen in this country. Did any of these events kind of also influence you coming back?
Yeah, I think a lot of the things that has been happening lately, I think definitely played a part in the whole picture. It wasn't just one thing, it wasn't two things, it was just a lot of stuff, and I thought it was really good timing, not just for me, but for Americans in general, to step up and say, we as a people, we as Americans, we can do better, we can be better, and we are better. So I think in terms of with EJI, I had an opportunity to get to know Byron Stevenson, and seeing the work that he's been doing in terms of equal justice initiative, in terms of getting the right representation for many, many minorities and for the prison system, I thought was a perfect opportunity and a perfect place to spread the word and to try to help others in different situations.
Serena, you said you consulted with your family, your team, the people here at Indian Wells. Just wondered, was there one specific tipping point or a combination of things that made you decide?
It was definitely a big combination of things. There definitely wasn't one thing over the other. It was just a big combination, and it was just, I think, really good timing.
Last couple of questions?
Serena, what have you been doing between winning Melbourne and here?
Wow, I have been I took some time off, and then obviously I played Fed Cup, and then I've just been, training and hanging out with my dad a lot, actually.
And you said it's time for us to do things better. What do you think some of the things we can do better?
Oh, I think it's a great opportunity if you're in a position where you can stand up and speak and be a role model, then why not do it? And I feel like this is a perfect opportunity and a perfect session for me to do that.